The main event, baby.
Yeah. So they ran the Money in the Bank ladder match with both the women and the men at the same exact time. This is a cinematic joint, and if I had to put a name on it, this looks like a Jeremy Borash production.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know that gif of that guy who's doing the hand thing? Like, oh, yeah. That's what I thought when I heard Jeremy Borash.
Yeah, this Jeremy Borash is probably the best TNA guy they ever picked up. Just because he is a guy. Like, this was what Jeremy Borash was meant to do. Like, this is it.
Did you see he was on 205 Live, Jeremy Borash?
Yeah, they introduced him. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, he's like
just on there.
Yeah, they just introduced him. They're like, "Hey, this is Jeremy Borash," and he's like, he said, "Do I get anything else other than this?" And he said, "No."
Cool.
Yeah, he said, "Okay." He said, "You were on Nitro." He goes, "Yeah."
That's true. And
you were into baseball jerseys. Yeah, that was me.
He did. He was Vince Russo's side guy.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. So Money in the Bank ladder match went on at the same time. They started at the bottom floor of the building. The men and the women started in different little sections. The men started in the gym and the women started in the lobby. So we had some pretty crazy stuff going on in this one. The women's had Asuka, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler. The men's had Otis, AJ Styles, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, King Corbin, and Rey Mysterio.
They all had their own little entrance into the lobby, which is tremendous.
It was like an entrance inside of a box with their name and
that was cool.
Stats, it was like it was really cool. It felt like a video game thing.
Yeah. I love really King Corbin coming in. That was funny. Yeah. He's just talking shit. Otis came in. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. He's hey Ray. I was like, okay, cool.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, he's just saying things. I'm like, this guy rules.
Yeah, he just says things. That's his gimmick.
That was my pick before the start. I'm like, God, I want Otis to win so bad. And dude, I think Otis and Asuka. Yeah, I was like, those were my two picks, and they fucking won. I was like, this could not be. This was like the perfect match. Like. Awesome.
I wasn't sure who was going to win the women's one, but I feel like I should have realized it was Asuka, because if they didn't give it to her, that's kind of fucked, because she's been wrestling every goddamn Raw.
She carried the whole show. I'm like, there's no way they don't give it to her just as a thank you for
right pick, absolutely. Dude, this match was ridiculous.
And I was like, man, they should do Otis, because why not? There's we're in such a weird scenario. Just pull the trigger on the dude, just go for it.
I had a feeling they were going to go Corbin, but I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's gotten every other straw, so I'm like, yeah, maybe don't here.
But I feel like that's the thing with the briefcase, and I feel like I don't know if that's just they got lost in that somewhere along the line of the past few years. I feel like the Money in the Bank should be for people that aren't contenders right now. There's no reason for Shayna to win the women's Money in the Bank. She's already in contention. She's probably facing Becky next month. She's already right there. You don't need to give it to her. She doesn't need an opportunity, a special opportunity to cash in or something. She has multiple opportunities probably every week if she wanted to. Giving this thing to someone giving it to Asuka is awesome, because Asuka as well, it could be in contention, but she's not in the forefront for them as much as they want Shayna to be, or Charlotte, or the whole bunch there. I think giving it to Asuka is perfect.
I guess they started that when they started doing the top guys Money in the Bank. Remember they did Kane and John Cena and
they did the golden Money in the Bank, or what
was
Money in the Bank? What was those?
Yeah, it was they branded it, of course, but it probably started around that point. And I think it also started when I guess
they did a couple flop ones, right?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Damian Sandow won it.
And Corbin, they did one.
Yeah. John Cena
Jack
lost
Swagger
his.
did it too, I think. Didn't he win?
But Swagger, I feel was at the cusp of being. He won though.
The matches, the storylines in WWE started going from angles to just I want to beat you sort of thing, right? So I mean, the chart of WWE angles has skewed quite a bit over the last 10 years, I feel which is weird, because I feel for WWE, character stuff is definitely where they excel. But a lot of it started to turn into just matches, So they do the Money in the Bank where it's Shayna would probably win, just so they have an angle for her to face Becky again, because they don't have an angle other than
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't, there's no real angle going on between Becky and Shayna other than Shayna wants the belt.
You're right. It became the main event angle. Yeah, you're right.
So it wouldn't make sense, but I'm glad that they went with Asuka.
I agree.
Because she is the best ever. So,
cool. God, dude, imagine Otis cashing in and fucking winning.
I'm
like
my tallywhacker's going crazy.
Feel.
My pecker's going insane right now. Just thinking about that.
Oh, the tallywhacker.
Yeah, the tallywhacker's going nuts.
Like,
dude, I love Otis. He's my dude.
I don't know who, but like who. I mean, we can talk just for a brief second. Who do you think should be champion for him to do? Like, if he was going to win, who should he be?
Well, from what I heard, from SmackDown, he said he wanted to use it on the tag team titles, and he can do that. So, yeah.
That would suck.
Don't do
that's
that.
Probably what they're going to do, isn't it?
Yeah, because they don't want to leave Tucker behind.
Wow, that sucks ass.
No.
That's probably why they gave him the belt, because, like, or that's why they probably gave him the briefcase, because he can just do that, and it's like, it doesn't really...
He's stupid, and he would do that.
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything on the show, you know? It's just like a...
Oh, that is such a bummer.
I also have like this weird like
sorry.
I saw this weird like WWE feeling that like if they are gonna have it be for the main title, that he's gonna like lose it in a match or something, and then it's gonna go to somebody else.
Yeah, I can see that. Dolph beating him for the briefcase.
He trades it for food.
Yeah, or Mandy convinces him to put it up or something.
Yeah,
and she turns heel on him or something.
He trades it in for like a mortgage or something for him and Mandy.
God damn it, balls!
Hey man, like, yeah, I mean that's how it is and how it be. The
he's gonna beat the Fiend for
the
title. Okay.
I like that that would be fucking the greatest night of my life. Are you kidding me?
I would love him to beat Brock for it.
Yeah, that would also rule. I think Brock would lay down for Otis.
Bro, the one like, what if like he cashes in and it's the one time Otis is like a bad motherfucker and he just goes like takes liberties on Brock? That'd be
the caterpillar. That would rule.
Lumps up Brock. That'd be sick.
Yeah. So I mean, this went dope. They started off in the lobby for the women's. Asuka was already halfway there. she did a little
crazy baka 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 baka.
Yeah, she was dancing. She hit a little dive off the top of this like scaffolding, and then she
enters on the top, doesn't she? Like she comes out and she's already up there.
Yeah. They're like, where is she? It's like, she's up there dancing. So she does a little dive, and then she gets in the elevator and starts dancing in the elevator too, which ruled. And they showed little clips of that, which was awesome. In the men's, they started in this little gym area. And Otis put AJ underneath a bunch of weight and just left him there. And AJ goes, Ray, please help me, Ray. And he goes, that's Loco Mountain. Ray was really good in this, man. They used him a lot for like the quick snips there. So they end up running out of the room. AJ's stuck downstairs because he's got the weight all on and stuff. Ray goes to catch up with everybody because he was left behind, and he sees Brother Love in the bathroom.
What the hell?
Brother Love didn't even put the red on. He was just really tan.
He didn't even. His fly was down, bro.
Yeah, and the old Pecker's out, old Tallywhacker's all over. Yeah, and he's like, you know, he cut his line, and Ray's like, yeah, I love you too, man. I gotta go. Yeah, there were some really good quips here, but the first stuff was pretty. Like right away when I saw this, I was like, this is gonna be dope, man. This is gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I figured this would be my favorite thing of the show.
Yeah, this was really, really good.
And they had music behind it too, which was cool too.
No commentary helped. Yeah.
God, it ruled, man. I was like, damn, you ain't do this like SmackDown. Here comes the Bane ass shit. SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking of that. I'm like, man, I need that music back in the video games. That was
like,
fine.
I wouldn't mind if like I would watch Raw and SmackDown if it was an hour of this kind of style every week.
No. I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, dude, give me weird cinematic shit. I don't give a shit until the crowds do this.
Yeah, this was awesome. They added in weird sound effects, which I pop for every time. Like they didn't do it every time, but they did like the thwack. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I did right there. They did the thwack, and then they did like Otis eating ham. He's like,
they had ASMR in here.
Yeah, Mr. McMahon started using the hand sanitizer. And it's like,
squeak.
I was like, wow, okay, he's really getting in there with that hand sanitizer. Okay, that little effect. I mean, they had a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
I mean, they do a lot of stuff on a bunch of different floors. The women go upstairs a little bit, and they fight into a room, and there's like a Money in the Bank briefcase like held up in this like conference room, and Dana
it's like
Brooke,
the lamp of the room.
Yeah,
No,
Dana
this
Brooks
is
like
the-
this is cool.
This is the Money in the Bank conference room. There's
Yeah,
an
that's what
official
she's-
room called
yeah.
the Money in the Bank conference room.
Yeah,
That's where they held all their Money in the Bank conferences. Apparently,
that's where they booked the show.
Yeah, right there. So they go in there and they fight a little bit. Nia Jax gets killed with a chair shot in the back.
Deathmatch Dana, bro.
Yeah, Dana was going crazy, and then she grabbed this Money in the Bank briefcase with a bunch of money in it. I'm like, oh, is there like? I thought it was like, oh, there's like cash objectives along the
That's
way.
what I was like, what is happening?
This
here? I thought,
rules.
is this WWE
It was like
Battlegrounds?
checkpoints, and then
Yeah, like little checkpoints, and they get money if they get these little briefcases. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I dig this. It's like a video game.
that would have been sweet, like GTA
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. And she grabs it, and then Stephanie McMahon comes up somehow. I don't even know how this happens.
On her
Stephanie,
cell phone.
yeah, Stephanie McMahon on the
Dude.
worst quality Nokia brick phone camera I ever
Couldn't have
seen.
gotten any better quality for this. Like, and it was jarring how different it was to the other shot.
Didn't
She's like,
even-
"Oh, and can you get Nia off the floor? She's drooling," and it cuts to a shot of Nia's ass. Like, what is happening here, bro?
Didn't show her drooling, and then it cuts like it doesn't even show her on TV or anything. It's just like this. We're supposed to assume that it's on TV, I
Oh,
guess.
because it's a white wall, so it's
Yeah.
her.
And apparently she can see. And I don't know what the they're a $1 billion
Stephanie's
company.
like-
the Nokia brick phone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And he's like, "You're a dumbass. That's not the
Yeah.
real Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
you got to get on the
stupid.
roof."
Dana, you suck. Back to main event, bitch. I was like, okay, this is cool. So Dana Brooke obviously doesn't win this match because of that. She also slips on the floor at one point and just cracks her skull
She
open
gets
on the
thrown
ground.
into a soda like a soda
Nia
machine,
Jax
too.
tosses her. Yeah, sure. I was like,
Taking
okay.
a ton of bumps on this show.
Yeah, she
bro.
was taking
Definitely
bumps. She was
saving
damn
her
right.
for
Yeah,
life. That's my,
she rules,
that's
dude.
that's my love, my heart.
My heart.
She looks like a horse.
She hits the dude. Her little swanton joint kind of goes hard too. She's
Yeah,
crazy with that.
bro,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, she should have been she's got to be the one to beat Bailey. That's what I'm looking for.
dude. If she would have won this, I would have been cool with him. Like she's dope.
Yeah, I would have been.
Yeah. Carmella is Carmella in this one.
Carmella is melon.
She's some, bro.
Yeah, she's
The
Yeah.
hell?
yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, the moonwalk was fucking crazy.
yeah, that's what it was. The moonwalk did. Yep. Yes.
Moonwalking, walking.
Yeah, you're going crazy in this one. But Lacey Evans spent this entire match pumping just this big ass chin move the whole time. She just kept going right in the chin to everybody. I was like, oh, it's crazy.
She threw. I think she hit Dana with the right at one point. Or no, it was Carmella.
She hit like
That's what it was.
everybody did, and just like right in the neck every time. Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
it was
this is
good.
rough. Yeah, I like this. Nia Jax. The food fight was hilarious. So the
God.
men and the women end up meeting up in this. Paul Heyman's just eating a whole table of food by
A
himself.
whole platter. Yeah, like a whole spread.
Yeah, and it's salad and strawberries. I don't eat this. He wants a
Fries and shit.
Philly
There's all
cheesesteak or
sorts of
something.
shit.
Yeah, he wants something crazy. But they end up meeting in this room and they start having a food fight because Otis calls for a food fight. And
'Cause
I don't.
He just sees food and he hits Heyman with
Dude.
a fucking pie.
He saw the food and started getting fired up. He's like, "Oh!" I was like, "This is awesome!" yeah. I'm like, "Oh yeah, here we go, man. This rules." So they start throwing food and stuff, and man, it is literally the Pudgy Pig episode of Power Rangers, man.
Yes,
and I was like,
it is.
this rules. Like Paul Heyman is literally the principal from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where he's like, "Y'all gotta stop," and he has the toupee and everything, and like this is
Dude,
literally the
Tucker
Pudgy
and
Pig
Otis
joint.
being Bulk and Skull would be so sick.
Yeah, they basically are. Like
Oh
he's
my
like Chris
God.
Farley, but they're definitely Bulk and Skull. Like it definitely
Yeah.
feels like it. You just got to get Tucker a little more time on TV, and like he could
Yeah.
definitely be that dude.
That's funny.
But this felt like exactly that, and they like did the little face down with like the little stare down with Nia Jax and Otis. The little music and everything when they come up, that would rule. Then they got to become cops. Yeah, like in the next season. Yeah, that would be awesome. And this was cool. And then
Yes.
Nia
Oh.
Jax and Otis stare down like they're gonna have a match or something. Oh, this is crazy right here.
Yeah. Is this where Shayna, or was this later? Shayna. Oh no, I think it was later. Shayna like just chokes out Ray.
Oh yeah.
I
No,
think
that's
that was.
where Ray
that's
got
for-
squashed. Ray got squashed in this part, didn't he? By
At one
Shayna
point,
and Nia.
Shayna chokes him out.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they
pretty sure.
squash him like an Oreo, and then
Yeah.
Shayna said, "Give me the neck."
Yeah.
This was a receipt for beating his kids on WWE 13.
You couldn't wait to do it.
Shayna said, "Oh, what'd you say about your kids?" It's for Dominic. Yeah, that was cool. I like that. I like that little spot.
The next part.
Yeah, AJ is just creeping around in the hallways, going a little crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this might have been a little before the food fight, or like right at it.
I think it was before.
Yeah, so he's creeping around in the hallways, because he was held down by the weights, so he's a little behind.
It was before. Yeah, it was before.
Yeah, and he sees the Undertaker, a little poster from what was that, Mania 20. What Mania was that? 31, 29? One of those two. I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where it was at.
Cool,
yeah, it looked cool, and. So AJ sees it and he has a little like PTSD attack. He's like, "Oh my God, is he Undertaker?" Because
like a flashback.
Yeah,
too.
they did a whole flashback.
Yeah, which is like, maybe I'm missing something, but like, okay, like why is AJ just back as AJ normally? He's just back. He's AJ and he's here, and
he's phenomenal.
What phenomenal? Why is he acting like he lost that? Like he won that match and Undertaker died? Like, why are you afraid of Undertaker? You already had the match and you died. Why? You're the dead man, AJ.
Yeah, I feel like he came back and he's scared of Undertaker. That's what I felt, anyways.
Yeah, why?
Because he doesn't want to face the Undertaker again. He killed him.
He got PTSD, man.
He should have just stayed dead then. The fuck?
Well, he's got to come back and make that money with that mixer stuff. You know what I mean? He's got to get equipment.
Right.
He's got Madden to stream, baby. So he opens his door. Apparently, this is the Undertaker room. Apparently, this exists in the Titan Towers. It's the Undertaker room.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. What the fuck?
I thought it was like AJC and stuff, and like someone will come in the room and be like, "What is wrong with you, dude?" But no, it was a legit Undertaker room. So there's
which then Rey Mysterio shoves him into.
Yeah, there was the Undertaker room was had a casket and the urn and all that stuff. And it was purple.
Lit.
Yeah, it was purple, and he went in there and he's like, "I'm gonna shut the door. I'm not going here." Was it Ray or Aleister Black? I thought it was Aleister Black that showed him in the room.
Aleister Black kicked him.
Was it?
Didn't he?
Yeah, he kicked. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so he kicked him into the room and he shut the door and AJ's like, "No."
I guess you can't open the fucking door.
It's locked now.
It's
baby.
funny when AJ was trying to push the doors. He was pulling the push doors. So I was like, "You dumbass, just push the door. You can open the room." So he doesn't know how doorknobs work. So he was stuck in there.
Yeah, so he's stuck in this room.
Saw your body parts off.
The Undertaker.
Yeah, the Undertaker's.
He's got 30 seconds to get to the top of the.
Get to the top of the thing in 30 seconds.
30 minutes.
Yeah, so there was a bunch of cool stuff. Ray was really cool in this match, man. It was dope. But like midway through, they decided to just kind of I guess we'll talk about it like right before this, but like there was a point where they just said fuck it and they're just gonna go to the top, which was weird. They were just like, all right, to the top now. Yeah. They obviously cut to the outside and then just pulled something else.
Well, there was a spot after the food fight.
That's what I was going to say. I want to go back to that, but I wanted to mention really quick that like there was like this weird jarring like we're going up. It's like
at one point Baron Corbin's just like
they did a
we're
big
going
pan.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Corbin just said, "I'm going to go up now." Like,
yeah, it's time to go up.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it was he goes, I'm going to go up, and then it cuts to the women on the roof, and I'm like, what? All right, whatever.
Yeah, so they just cut
and they did like a long pan shot of like going up the side of the building and then like overview, and then they
Yeah. Which are a little different than I thought they would do it, but I mean, I didn't hate it. It was just kind of like, oh, this is what they're doing with it.
I kind of wish there wasn't a ring, but I guess you needed it.
Yeah, for the ladder thing, I guess. I mean, like it still had to be Money in the Bank, I guess.
Because they were obviously taking. Some people were taking bumps, so
there should have been a dude with a bomb. Then that would have really connected. I think
there
so.
There definitely should have been a helicopter involved in some way.
Everyone wanted that, Everybody did. I saw that so much, the helicopter thing. But yeah, if you want to say, I know you want to, what happened before that.
The deadlock is the moment.
I mean, this whole week has just been the deadlock, everything. Like
the deadlock week.
The
deadlock
week.
Once
we get to AEW, you'll get a double dose of
triple, quadruple. And the whole AEW show was deadlock.
There was definitely one moment here. I'm watching the show. I'm just I'm enjoying this match thoroughly.
Yes.
And Otis goes into what I guess it was like a lunchroom, cafeteria kind of looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs a pie. He's got a pie. I'm like, oh, Otis gonna eat a pie.
Oh,
right, cool. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then he turns around. He's staring. Oh. Otis, let me introduce you to Mrs. Bubba. Fucking Mr. Mr. Budokan himself, Johnny Ace on the fucking scooter.
I could not believe it, man. I was like,
power.
Thrown back, dude. I
could not. I was losing my mind.
Crazy, man. Like someone. Hey, I respect it.
Maybe coincidence, but fuck, god
dude,
damn, I was so fired up.
That ruled, man. I was very happy with that.
Money in the money in the Budokan.
We're booking that for DPW.
Money in the Budokan.
Money in the Budokan. Yeah. Money in the Budokan.
Oh, really?
So Otis cream pies Johnny Ace.
What, bro? The fuck?
Or whatever.
That was technically what happened.
Or
fuck?
Whatever, you know.
No, respectfully, cream pies.
Yes, I am cream pieing respectfully.
If anyone's cream pieing, it is me.
That's for you. So yes, that was the big, the Johnny Ace compilation. Cool.
Can somebody please make the Fiend compilation?
Oh man. This was the Deadlock week, man. Like everything that happened this week was to pop the boys, and I will hear nothing else other than that. That's exactly what happened.
I think it was the powers of the shirt. I feel like.
Yeah, something happened. Something was going to happen, and it did. And it did, man. And it did. So we go up to the top floor here. Where they're
did
fighting.
We already talk about the Vince thing? Or we didn't.
Oh no,
Vince
we didn't mention the Vince thing.
I mean, he mentioned the hand sanitizer, but yeah, there's a spot where fucking Brian and AJ brawl into this room. And they're brawling, and you see the big fucking dinosaur head, bro. I'm like, oh,
the T-Rex room. Yeah, this is crazy.
And it's Vince, and he turns around, he stands up, and AJ and Brian stop fighting, and they're like awkwardly standing there. And Vince looks at them, and he's looking old as hell, but he says, "Out!" And they go to scatter. I'm like, oh, sorry, and they look at each other like, oh, you gotta fix the chairs. Hold on. They fix the
AJ
chairs.
starts picking it on the chairs.
Yeah, Brian gives a little bow.
Dude, he was corpsing so hard. He was corpsing so hard.
Oh yeah, Brian was absolutely corpsing. They go outside the door, and AJ was like, "Oh, that was kind of weird." And he was like, "Brian," and he was like, "You kind of, were a coward in there." And Brian's like,
"He's like, you're a bitch, man."
He's like, "You're the one who wanted to fix the chairs." He's like, "Oh yeah, I did do that." And they start fighting again.
And also Vince puts on a bunch of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
That's exactly the noise it made too. He said, I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? Yeah.
I was really hoping that Otis would have ended up in there. Like Otis Vince interaction would have been perfect.
I think so too. Because I think Vince loves Otis, honestly.
Or he hates him because he's fat.
That's for true.
And then at one point, I think in Doink is behind some furniture or something.
Oh yeah,
he picks his head up.
Definitely not Doink. Just
definitely not.
Green hair and face paint.
Man in mask.
Weird.
They couldn't even get. I don't know, bro. Get Chris.
That was such a weird
Doink.
spot. Yeah, that was a weird spot.
Oh, you're Doink. No, it's just for an angle. Oh, they should have made you Doink.
Weird spot.
Yeah,
so
weird champ.
Was that all that happened before we went up to the top?
I think so. Unless there was just them brawling and stuff. I think that was all the main stuff. Yeah,
all the big stuff. So we make it up to the top, and so the women's match ends before the men's match, which was weird. This was weird. So Asuka and Baron Corbin are climbing, and it confused me for a second.
Asuka's up there.
Yeah, and then Baron Corbin starts climbing, and then he's like, "Wait a minute!" And they started
stop.
Yeah, and then Asuka knocks him off the ladder to grab the briefcase. I'm like, why didn't they just both grab one of the briefcases?
Yeah, I don't understand what
he was like. I want both these. I want both these things. I'm gonna knock her
off. It
was
either that or Corbin wanted his glory and didn't want her up there. That's the only thing I can think of.
He got a flashback to.
There was no commentary, so there was no explanation for it.
Well, he got a flashback, and he's like, "Oh man, I did beat up Becky Lynch that one time." And he's like, "I could be the women's champ. I could be the champ."
And the days off the ladder?
Yeah, that would have been dope. I bet Asuka would have taken that shit too. I guarantee it. I guarantee
she gets up and dances and then grabs the briefcase.
Yeah, no sells it. So she pulls down the briefcase and then there's commentary all of a sudden.
Yeah, and the commentary's like this. And it looks like Asuka has won the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Has won the Money in the Bank.
Congratulations on your big victory.
They play her music, and it's okay, cool. And then like they show replay of her knocking down Corbin, long replay, and then Otis comes through the door, still her music playing, but then like he gets in the ring and she's gone. And all right,
cool. She no-clipped through the ring.
So they've been doing the spot with like Otis that like he can't climb a ladder. Like he
puts his foot on and it breaks.
They did this on SmackDown.
You're gonna You're gonna try to climb, but you're fucking fat, and you can't.
I like this actually. I thought this was good. Yeah, I was like, wow, they paid attention to the little details here.
He should have had the Big Show big ladder that Big Show brought.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what I
he
was
was
thinking.
Gonna pull out a new ladder.
Yeah, I was like, man, he should have that big gold ladder. That would have ruled.
Why wouldn't they have him try? I mean, for the finish, I guess it makes sense that he couldn't climb, so it happened. But like, damn, he should have had like at least tried to climb with a bigger ladder.
Yeah, but this ruled too because it was like, oh, we can't climb, so it's like the only way, like the way he won was perfect. I thought it was, that was ruled.
I love the finish. Yeah, I actually love it. When they were like both up there fumbling, I was like, oh fuck, they're about to do the X Division spot.
You're going to go crazy.
the ultimate X spot.
Yeah, when the belt just flings across the ring. Yeah,
they love TNA, dude. Jerry Borash is there.
Yeah, Jerry Borash probably called that fucking thing. He's like, we did this once.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's probably exactly. He's like, I guarantee he showed tape. He's like, look at this. That's exactly what
he
it
said
was.
This was an accident. Look, we can do it for real.
Yeah,
I have
guarantee
access for the
it.
GFW library, dude, or the Global Wrestling, whatever, TNA Wrestling, Impact Plus.
Yeah, Impact Plus, yeah. Guaranteed.
They got a partnership with them. They showed that footage. Jeremy Borash like, let's do this. No one's going to remember.
That's true.
Well, before all that happened, Baron Corbin killed 2 dudes.
Oh, yeah. Like, legit, like,
died.
They're dead. Like,
which
murdered.
is kind of awesome.
Aleister Black posted he's a ghost on Twitter.
He said he's got the curtain on, bro.
Yeah,
Two brothers died.
Rey Mysterio died and Aleister Black died. They both got thrown off a building. I was like,
That's
what the?
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna. I feel like Aleister Black has a lot more to play with because he's into that Satan shit. So like he could work a lot with it.
Just retire. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Aleister Black come back like Asa Timberlake.
That would rule. That would rule.
God,
dude. He was in the Undertaker room too. Oh my god. I thought that's what they were doing was like playing up to an Undertaker Aleister Black interaction. I was like, oh, that would have been dope.
The new corporate ministry. Asa
Timberlake. Darkness.
Dude, that would be kick ass, man. That would be like Aleister leads that. That would be pretty cool, man.
But
or like Taker passes him the urn or something.
If they're both just dead, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, they're not because AJ Styles came back after being buried alive.
Yeah.
But interesting.
They're both shoot dead. Yep, it really happened. They're both dead.
Yeah, it was cool though. I like that. I did not expect. I mean, like I was like joking before it happened. I'm like, he should throw them on the roof. But they did it twice.
They're big Deadlock fans, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Of course, at the end, AJ Styles and King Corbin are fighting for the briefcase. It slips out of AJ's hands because he's butterfingers.
Well, Elias came out and smashes Baron Corbin in the ass with a guitar.
That did happen. Yeah, you're right.
Which, I mean, I guess we could talk just very briefly about the idea that Vince also had. It seems like he's always looking for someone to get their ass smashed in by Elias because supposedly Vince pitched an angle. I don't know if he pitched it, like who it got pitched to, but Leo Rush said that Vince had the idea for Elias to, at one point, break his guitar over Bobby Lashley's ass. So
that's the whole angle.
I don't know where that would have went, if it would have broken his ass or what, but, I mean, this is the closest thing we're going to get to that.
Yeah, I maybe wouldn't continue the Elias and Baron Corbin thing, but that's on them. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, why did they? Because, I mean, I don't watch weekly, so maybe maybe Corbin's been fucking with him, which would make sense. But like, Elias
beat him at Mania, right?
Yeah,
straight up beat him. I thought
it wasn't clean, but it was.
Was it a roll up? Yeah, I mean, like whatever. I mean, like, that's kind of clean.
It might have been with the tights, but still, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I'm surprised it's still going, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it led to this, which is just cool.
Oh no, it was a perfect finish. Yeah.
Yeah. Otis is just hanging out below, looking at the ladder, and AJ just fucking slips out of his gloved hands.
The ones that football players used to get passes.
He said.
Yeah, exactly. That's not gonna happen. Otis said.
there's
and he caught it, and they rung the bell, and
like Benny Hill music.
I was so fucking fired up about this win.
This is this the best Money in the Bank match ever?
Oh, I don't. It's so different than all the ones.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't remember. Like honestly,
the OG ones were so good though, bro.
There's
like
so many. When Shelton ran up the rungs at
all
one
the
time,
Mania
that was
ones
sick.
I loved for the most part, except the one where the one Jack Swagger one. I don't think I was a big fan of. I feel like I didn't like that much as much. But like the two ones that Punk won, the Edge one, like I feel like those were all awesome. And this one is like, in terms of most memorable, this will be the most memorable. Yes.
The one where Brock climbed a ladder was cool.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that one. And then it got the one where it's a boombox, so that ruled too. So there's a lot coming out of that.
So like I could see the argument. It's just such a different match, you know what I mean, than the other ones that it's hard, but like it's definitely the most memorable. Yeah.
Ending at 9:30 made me just so happy. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, my whole night's still here. I can't believe it.
Bro, in my time, it's only 8:30. I'm like, wow, I got the whole night ahead of me.
Yeah, it's awesome.